what's up you guys? Welcome to my channel if you're new, and if you're not, how you doing? My name is filcofilms, and today I'm going to be talking about Italian tourist etiquette. I'm thinking of making this a series. Today we're going to be talking about restaurants and food in general. And what inspired this was the fact that so many people come up to me and say, hey, I'm so excited, I'm going to Italy, tell me where to go, tell me what to see, tell me what to eat. I give them all of this advice, then they come back and tell me it was great, but this and this happened. You're literally just completely misinterpreting what happened, because Italians are different to Europeans. Italians are different to any other culture in the world. And a lot of people go into Italy saying, I've had Italian food before, I've hung out with Italian people before, I've watched movies about Italy before, I know what I'm getting myself into. But honestly, you have no idea. And not only that, but depending on what region you're going to, it's gonna be completely different from one another, because Italians are different from each other, let alone from the rest of the world. So by far the first thing that I have heard so many people say is that waiters are rude. Waiters are rude, waiters ignore me, waiters don't ask me if I want the check. The Italian waiter is trained very differently to the waiter in any other country. Now, if you think they're being rude and they're ignoring you, there's a reason for that. Because whenever you go eat out in your hometown or wherever you're from, oftentimes the waiter will come up to you, bring you your food, leave, come back about 20 seconds later and ask you if your meal is okay. This is very uncommon practice in Italy. The waiter will bring you your food, take your order, bring your food, and leave. And the waiter will not come back, not even to bring you the check, unless you ask for the check or you grab his attention for any other reason. Obviously there may be exceptions, but for the most part this is how it works. Italians will go to dinner at 8 p.m., 8:30 p.m. and stay seated even after they're finished their food until 2 in the morning, because they're talking, we're having conversations, we're having a good time, we're socializing. And if a waiter brings us the check before we ask for it, it's considered rude, because that means that the waiter wants to kick you out because they want to free up the table. No, once you sit at a table in Italy, that table is yours, and the waiter cannot kick you out. And if he does, if he brings you the check before you ask for it, that is being rude. This is another big one that even bothers me sometimes, but it's just the way things are. Cash is king in Italy, and this is not just for restaurants. A lot of the times you will go by a restaurant and there will be a sign outside saying we only take cash. You can buy 100 euros worth of food, if not more than that, and sometimes you can only pay by cash. That's just the way it is. This is hugely different to places like the US, the UK, where you can literally walk into a coffee shop and buy a coffee or even a pack of gum with a card. But that will never ever roll in Italy. No matter whether you're in a big city or a small town, cash will always be king, especially if you're spending very little money. The third one is, so many people have come up to me and tell me, why are the good restaurants empty sometimes? I don't understand it. I go to the place that you recommended, it's amazing, the food is great, but there's no one ever in there, especially if it's in a smaller place and not in a big city. This is because you're going to eat way too early. If you're going to eat dinner at 6 p.m., 7 p.m., it's very unlikely that you're going to have any other Italian people in the restaurant with you. Italians eat late, and the further south you go, the later that dinner time gets. So don't worry, if you see an empty restaurant, it's not like the majority of places in the world where it's like, oh, it's empty, it must be pretty bad. That's not the case at all. Check the time first, and if it's way too early for dinner, for Italian dinner, it's empty because no one's hungry yet. Number 4, breakfast is your most important meal, right? Wrong. In Italy, breakfast is gonna be your smallest meal. A lot of Italians, especially working Italians, literally have breakfast on the go. The majority of the time, breakfast is eaten standing up, not walking, but standing, at a bar with an espresso and a small pastry. Rarely will you find hot food for breakfast. So unless you're in a big hotel where they serve continental breakfast and you get sausages and you get stuff like that, the majority of people in Italy, the traditional way to have breakfast is not what you'd expect. Maybe it is what you'd expect, but you're not gonna get the same amount of food that you're probably used to eating. Lastly, number 5, and this is another one that I've been to Italy and a lot of people that I've taken to Italy complain because they assume things. Bread is free, and bread comes to your table no matter what. You don't have to ask for it. The waiter will bring bread to your table, and usually it's a selection of breads, and it includes grissini, which is like breadsticks essentially. And in most other countries, I know in the UK it's like this, you have to pay for bread. You ask for bread, but they charge it. In Italy, yes, it's charged, but it's counted as service charge. And that includes the waiter's pay, that includes the bread, that includes washing your tablecloth. So the bread is free of charge, essentially. One thing you do have to pay for, and you shouldn't do in Italy, is ask for tap water. It's a very normal thing to ask for tap water in a lot of places. Italians don't do that. If you want water, you'll have to buy a bottle. I don't know why it is like that. I do it all the time here, but when I go back to Italy, I know that that's not the custom, so you wouldn't do it. Hopefully these 5 things helped you guys. If you're planning to go to Italy anytime soon, just take note of this. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. So give me a thumbs up to let me know that you like it, and leave a comment if I left anything out. Feel free to leave it down there. I read all the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I will see you guys next time. Ciao.